The life of Jesus, from birth to resurrection. Long ago, in a small town called Bethlehem, a baby was born who would change the world forever. His name was Jesus. He was not born in a palace, but in a stable. His mother, Mary, was a humble young woman, and Joseph, her husband, was a carpenter. But this child was no ordinary baby. He was the Son of God. Luke 2 verses 1-7. Early life. Jesus grew up in Nazareth. He helped Joseph in the workshop, learning to work with wood. As a boy, he amazed teachers in the temple with his wisdom. Even at 12, he knew he had a mission from God. Luke 2 verses 41-52, but he waited patiently, working quietly until the time was right. Baptism and temptation. At about 30 years old, Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist in the Jordan River. As he came out of the water, a voice from heaven said, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." Matthew 3 verses 16-17. After this, he went into the desert to fast and pray for 40 days. There, Satan tempted him, but Jesus overcame every temptation. Matthew 4 verses 1-11. Teaching and miracles. Jesus began to preach, saying, "Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is near." Matthew 4 verse 17. He chose 12 disciples to follow him and help spread his message. Everywhere he went, crowds followed. He taught with authority, using simple stories called parables to explain deep truths. He healed the sick, gave sight to the blind, and even raised the dead. He calmed storms and fed thousands with just a few loaves and fish. He showed love to the outcasts, tax collectors, sinners, and the poor. His most important teaching was love. Love God with all your heart, and love your neighbor as yourself. Matthew 22 verses 36-40. Conflict and betrayal. But not everyone was happy. The religious leaders felt threatened. They didn't understand who Jesus really was, and they plotted to kill him. One of his own disciples, Judas, betrayed him for 30 pieces of silver. Matthew 26 verses 14-16. Jesus was arrested, even though he had done nothing wrong. He was taken before leaders who mocked him, beat him, and sentenced him to die. Crucifixion. Jesus carried a heavy wooden cross to a hill called Golgotha. There, he was nailed to the cross. As he hung in pain, he prayed for those who hurt him, saying, "Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they are